of niggas ain't scared. Slide through.
What's good, everybody? It's your man Chris back in here for another episode of the Slide Through. Paul.
Yes, sir.
Mark.
What's happening?
What's good?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm tired.
He done sat out there and ate that Popeye.
Yeah.
That's gonna put some weight on you, man. Yeah, it's weighing you down.
Ate that Popeyes, man.
15 minutes.
Nigga trying to stay alive, boy.
Yeah.
I feel you. Man, there's been a lot going on, man, this week and in nigga news, I guess you could say.
I mean, we should have a news channel, but I think it would just be filled with drama and trauma. Everything bad for us.
And big booty. And big booty one.
I mean, that's all the real news is anyway.
That's all it is.
But
that's why I don't watch it.
Whack shit and shit to have you angry and pissed off and in your feelings and all this other shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I feel you though. We probably don't need that kind of negativity spread throughout the community right
some
now.
Some of it's good, man, but
look, man. You know, I try to stay abreast of all the drama.
Yeah. I mean, I be
Especially
seeing it come past my whatever timeline and shit. I be like,
but now it ain't really.
I want to invest my time in this.
It ain't really drama all the time now. Now it's just like it's like the turn of times, random shit. It's like it just be random. Just like, okay, for some reason recently, it's like everybody saying other people are irrelevant because the time done passed. And I'm like, that's not true. Like, why we got like an expiration date on our people.
that's what crabs in a barrel.
Like, nigga, if I go to, first of all, I got a Led Zeppelin shirt or some shit like that. But don't nobody come out that you ain't gonna hear. Hell, I don't even know a new rock band and nobody go, well, they ain't relevant no more.
Proper context too. We got a lot of greats, so it's always gonna be a competition about who's better. You know who they got? Elvis. Okay, you got that one genre. They got one in every genre. We got multiple, so everybody is trying to go for the same type.
But they don't. My thing is, they don't.
Because I would really take our bottom person over all the other ones. Like, okay,
yeah, that's cool, but they don't measure their people like that. Like, at the end of the day,
I feel like they people don't compete neither.
No, they don't. Why are we always in competition?
It's crabs in the barrel. Jay-Z said it. I mean, that's the funny thing. You know, one of the people that's supposed to be irrelevant, you know, has it in one of the verses. I think it's Murder the Excellent song.
Yeah, I mean, he's talked about it a bunch of times. He done said it publicly, just speaking about it, just because, I mean, it's the truth.
It is.
I mean, but
it's bad.
Well, even in that, man, like, okay, Booth, for instance, this time, oh, shoot, my phone gonna act up. Boosie was like, in the interview, Boosie said, you know, he basically like Jay-Z's not relevant at this day and time. And just before that, 21 Savage had said Nas is not relevant. Like, they're not relevant. And it's weird because back in the day, we remember Jay-Z and Nas. Them niggas had one of the best beefs of all time. It was nasty. Nigga talking about sleeping with the other one's baby mamas. And it's just, how do we get there? Is it that is it that crab in the barrel thing, or?
I mean, it's a combination. I guess it depends on how you look at it too. I mean, because to be honest, like when you read the statement, it is true. They're not relevant because of what they talk about in their music. They ain't reaching the younger generation. They reaching us because we're in that stage of life. So I think it's all about what their whole thing is gonna be about. You know, these little young kids, man, all they into is, we ain't gonna say it, but you know, drugs. I mean, strip clubs, all of that.
Right.
Not saying that we weren't, but I'm just saying.
That's kind of what I was wanting to hear, because I never heard neither one of their actual statements about what they said about either of the artists, and either 21 about Nas or Boosie about Jay. But I was wondering, like, were they trying to say that they were not relevant in today's society, or their music?
They can't be talking about their music not bad. I mean, like, if they doing that, like, what are they really doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
you're doing the same thing. You just doing it. I don't like it, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I can turn the radio on and listen to it, but it ain't nothing that I'm. Ooh, what do they say? Who they? I'm just not into it like this.
Yeah, they said music. It's the music.
The music ain't relevant.
Yeah,
That's awful.
I mean,
Lost.
the message in the music is relevant. Because a lot of, I mean, the bars still carry weight to this day. Like, them niggas is telling real shit. Life experiences, shit that you can learn from still to this day, no matter who you are or what stage of life you are in. Now, you can still learn from all that shit that they was speaking back in the day.
yeah.
So, I mean, to me, I think it's still relevant. But like Mark said, like, in general, like, these niggas nowadays don't give a fuck about none of this shit.
Like, take Jay-Z's last album, the
440. No, was it 444? No,
I thought it was 440.
yeah, 444 his last one.
I mean, he dropped. You be like, okay, that's different. But at the same time, you know, Jay-Z has always been double entendre, or however you say it, to where you can relate to it on a couple of different levels. So it's, I think the way he raps is genius. I don't think anyone like that does it other than Kendrick Lamar. I think Kendrick and J. Cole, those are the only two people out now that I can really, like, okay, I can just throw this in and, you know.
It's kind of like, who used to say it? I think Kanye said it before Kanye got to where he at now. It's, they spoon feeding you Diamond Tap. It's like they giving you medicine. Jay-Z didn't give you medicine. They giving you bars. They bars got something to say, but you don't recognize it. It just subconsciously get in your system. It's like when your mama used to hit you with that Diamond Tap. I ain't gonna lie, I used to drink Diamond Tap. That shit good as fuck. It was good. It was medicine that tastes good. That's what they are good at. But I you know, one of the things y'all said that I feel is true too is like, okay, there's nothing new under the sun, meaning every generation, we done said it before. The same shit, everybody fighting for the same shit. The same shit your grandma and them fighting for, we still fighting for today. We still fight drugs, sex, all that shit is still here. Ain't went no damn where. They rap about that same stuff, and it's like, you know, I just always get uneasy because I feel like, man, look, why can't our black legacy acts in hip hop and R&B too? Why can they not? Well, no, not R&B. I take R&B out of it. But why can the legacy black hip hop acts not carry the same weight as your rock, your country, your pop? Like, they can't.
We done talked about it kind of before. I still think it's the fact that we hold our artists and our people to a completely different standard than they do, and not in a good way. Yeah,
I think I saw a video about it on Instagram. It's like we used all our rappers, ball players, they're our black leaders versus what they're really supposed to be, entertainment, sports, that type of thing. But we've chosen them to, I guess, be the spokesperson of the black race.
Yeah, the voiceless.
Yeah. And everybody else, theirs are okay, we got congressmen,
Yeah, I ain't never heard nobody say, man, Willie Nelson, man, that man really talking for me.
They have a different level of influence, or their leaders have a different level of influence than what ours have on us.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, we do set a lot of crazy expectations for a lot of people. Like, all right, you got in the spotlight, you got this money, show me what you got.
don't mess it
You know what I'm saying? Like talk to these folks,
don't
like
mess it
represent us. Yeah. And then a lot of times they can't because they bound by whatever contracts they done signed, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And like they can only do so much.
Yeah.
Like, and then when you step outside of them lines, i.e. Kyrie, it's like, hold up. Get your ass back. What the fuck you doing?
You're right. I mean, but see, and I think too, me and you talked about it before. When you have a dream, right? And I always tell people, I know I'm a big advocate for hip hop because I look at it like this: we created something out of nothing that became a worldwide culture. It ain't just here in the States. Hell, in Japan and shit, they do hip hop better than we do now. Shit, them niggas out there breakdancing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you do when your dream becomes everybody's reality? Like, that means because we are free-willed organisms. Like, what happens when that dream just explodes? Like, see, hip hop is so adaptable with the times. It moves with time. Like, you could say
hip hop didn't move with time.
Well, it's a living, breathing. See, my thing, hip hop is living and breathing. So as my young kid come up, introduces some kind of technology and shit, then it's like that infuses with the core principles of hip hop, and it gets watered down somewhere around in there. I feel like we're at such a greater risk, hip hop is, because it's so adaptable. I think the pillars of hip hop cover so many different things that it's too adaptable, meaning everybody can use it. But they'll use it whatever way they want to.
I got you.
And disregard of it.
Yeah.
And just throw it away to the next new thing.
What I'm saying is, hip hop stopped breathing a long time ago.
When you feel it, yeah.
2005.
Right after 50 came in. So that's around. I mean, cause that was kind of the beginning of the end. Like, when 50 came in, he was kind of like that last wave of what was. And he kind of changed the game a little bit with the mixtape shit and the way stuff was marketed and pushed out. Like, he changed the game a lot. But that was
still kind of hip hop though,
right? Like I said, like that essence. Was the beginning of the end. So around 03, it was kind of that little downward slope, and then I would say going into the 2010s is when it really kind of with the mumble rap and all that. Like, and I ain't disrespecting nothing about mumble rap.
Do you think that's when hip hop became more? I consider it when it became commercial.
Like, I mean, it's been commercial, but
I mean, reaching this peak, its height of commercialism. Like,
when you say to me, hip hop, you still have to have all the pillars in place for it to be hip hop. All the pillars ain't in place. You ain't got graffiti and street art. You ain't got breakdance. You ain't got lyricism about knowledge of self. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, because it ain't about rocking parties no more. It became more about the commercialization and the monetization.
So that's rap.
Of that culture.
That's rap. That's what I'm saying.
So you saying rap took over as the main pillar, MC and then.
Right. We ain't got hip hop no more. It's just rap now.
All right.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't know. It's just so.
But I get what you're saying. But that's what I like. That ability to change like that, it makes it. Because one of the pillars is fashion. Fashion now is so tied to European thinking.
Yeah, that's why it ain't us.
And money. Like, it's just tied. Because if people be honest, fashion back in the day in hip hop, it was whatever the fuck you could find and rock that shit till it looked fresh. We always made something out of nothing. Them niggas, man, they found some turntables and some microphones. Them things have been around for how long? Before we even figured out how to manipulate them. Mm-hmm. It was born. Hip hop was born out of struggle.
Well, some would say, all of it is how hip hop is how you express yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, it's gonna always change because people are gonna constantly change. We're in a time now to where everybody is into social media, so it's out of control.
Do you think social media lends has a helping hand in the forgetting of the... See, this is what I don't understand with social media. Social media should help you not forget the past, but somehow or another, it helps you forget the past because as you're scrolling, them algorithms telling you where to go instead of you looking deeper. Like if you ask about... somebody made this analogy. I think it was on Joe Budden's show. One of them was like, rappers are so different. Like if you ask a basketball player to be a student of the game, they're looked at as being great. Like Curry and them probably know niggas, Paul Ariza and all them shits that played in the 50s and 60s. They are they love that. But you ask one of these young rappers, hey, Sugar Hill Gang, nah, they whack. Wait a minute, bro. Like you without them, first of all, this is my thing. Without the person who was before you, your whole shit wouldn't even be there. You wouldn't even know what the fuck rap was. Rap wouldn't even found its way to the airways without the people who pushed it forward.
But you can't really, you don't know that.
Whereas human evolution goes, it may have made it there, but we're dealing with the facts. The facts was they was before you, my G. Tyrell said something. Me and him was talking about something. He said something. I was like, yeah, that is true. Geniuses are geniuses because they create something, not enhance it, not take something that Mark said. Let me sprinkle a little bit of juice on it. Boop. They ain't a genius. You ain't create shit.
They create their own life.
You just added an extra ingredient. So it's like rappers before, y'all have added extra ingredients, but you still can't forget about that first ingredient you put in there, because without it wouldn't, what you doing wouldn't even be what it is. It's like
I agree with that.
It's just so much revisionist. You have, and I think
that's in part history. Why their legends stick, because they still remember what they contributed to whatever came before them. You know what I'm saying? Like they still pay homage to them, like respectfully. Like you don't see nobody saying, "Man, fuck Mick Jagger." None of that shit. Like he ain't relevant right now. Like you don't hear them saying no shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, nigga, we wearing Mick Jagger shirts. The black people wear the shit.
Like they be halfway dead out there on the stage and shit. Motherfuckers be out there.
Of the beast, though, man. Like you gotta. It's always been. I think. Let's say, for instance, when Slick Rick and all of them used to battle rap or whatnot, it was kind of a competition. So everybody that comes after you, like if they're coming after you, you going after their crown. So I think it's the mindset behind
the competition in the culture anyway.
And like, oh, I'm on top now. It's only one person can be on top.
But you know what? The conspiracy me, because I always do this. I know. The conspiracy me thinks it's just a microcosm of what. You remember that scene on Django where they would they would bet, and the white men were betting on the Mandingo warriors. Mm-hmm. They pit them against each other. They get their strongest, pit them against each other, and make money. I feel like the powers that be, they ain't naming no names, but they do that. And it's a detriment. And us, I ain't saying nothing. But the thing is, just like me and you was talking about Will Smith new movie, why they always got to do? They make money off our pain, and us as black people can't help. But I just feel like it's just so much negative shit that's done happen, and it gets passed down.
Yeah, we're in a point.
And we're in a point where we're just.
It's no. I mean, I don't like.
I don't be wanting to be grim because I know what you wanting to say. But
I'm like, look, at this point, we ain't coming out of this. I mean, like, look, man, like, dog, it's not gonna happen. Like, it's not gonna happen. And I hate saying that. Yeah. So, at this point, hey, guys, I think it's time we gotta face the fact that just accept it. Start over. We know what happened. We can't change it. We know what rules we gotta play by. Play within the rules. Stop trying to break them. I was like, stop trying to be combative. Like, sometimes you have to, you gotta submit, man. Like, you what they say, like, if you underwater, you gotta just let go. Sometimes you gotta float to get to the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all everybody want to talk about is black or white. Like, you staying in the past. Yeah. If you trying to get forward, stop talking about it. Like,
nigga,
let it go.
I've definitely been saying that shit for a minute too, because it's like everybody's. Hell, even Cat Williams said that shit. It's been that special came out in like 2012, 2013. He was like, it ain't black and white no more. He said it's us versus them. It ain't black versus white. It's us versus them. So it's like, if you still on this color shit, you way behind because you stuck on some shit that ain't gonna fucking you still gonna.
All they gotta do is throw something out there to jog your memory, and your mind is gonna chase that little rabbit down the hole. Yeah. When you focused on going forward, you be like, boom, I'm gonna throw this out there, squirrel, go get it. Yeah. You know, it's aggravating. We're not coming out of it. It is drilled into it. Like, we already got broken households. And then on top of that, even before the broken households, parents didn't know what they were supposed to teach us. I mean, you just didn't. You just know you're supposed to keep this child alive to the best of your ability. You doing what the person before did to you to get you to the point that you trying to get to. Ain't nobody really building on nothing. That we ain't passing nothing down. We just trying to survive. Yeah. So, if that... What are you gonna do? I mean, that's why I was like, man. That's what if we had a black people meeting, it would end in a fight. Guaranteed fight. You gonna call out? I mean, you see it all the time. Yeah. Like, soon as, like, we are so quick to, all these memes. Like, with Kanye, okay, so take all the people that get it. Kanye, you got everybody talking about cyber bullies. What do y'all think these memes are? If somebody got to wake up and see their face on this, is that not a form of it?
Yeah.
I mean, how can you be against it? You doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
All these likes, you are contributing to it.
See, but I follow along your same line. I always tell people, if you know what you know, you never surprised by anything. If I know, like I always tell people, I am a human being. What we are connected to something. No matter your ideologies, it's connected to another ideology. It ain't a new ideology that done came about that ain't been thought of. It's not. It isn't. So you are connected to something. I feel like if we know that, just like, for instance, I tell people I watch documentaries. Why? Because I just like knowledge of random shit. I just do. First of all, I like to know how the human functions. Like it amazes me the mental side of everything. How like when I first started learning about the phantom limb syndrome and all that shit, like, bro. For instance, I told my girl one time, I said, what's a superpower? And I do this with a lot of people. What's a superpower you would want? And I told him, I said, I want telekinesis. I want the shit Professor X and Jean Grey got. Because you know why?
I want mind control.
I cannot lose. You can't lose. All y'all talking about, I want to be invisible. I want to be fast. I want to be strong. Invisibility off. I could use your invisibility for my damn self. Like I could use your own power for me.
Manipulation is.
But you know what? I told him, I said, that tells a lot about your character. Mm-hmm. Because that tells you that I am fascinated by what humans do. I'm fascinated as fuck. Like when I see serial killers and shit, I just be like, damn, what the fuck would make you, first of all, no, people who start cults. I be like, now, this person ain't showed you not a damn thing they done told you. Yes, I have talked to God. Well, motherfucker, I ain't seen it. Why would you believe them? Yeah, they told me you are to give me your wife, and I'm to have a kid with your wife. Who? Nigga, where do... It fascinates me.
I mean, look. That's the same type of motherfucking that's the same type of shit we've been falling for decades. That's how this motherfucking country got built.
You are correct.
Shit. That's how they built this motherfucker. Yeah, they do it every fucking year around this time of year. Santa Claus.
And it's weird because we act like we don't know.
That lie every fucking year.
We follow each other. It's like, it's weird. And me and Tyrell thought, we were like, man, you know what? Slavery was around before even it was around in the Bible. I said, yep. I said, you know what?
Wherever there's capitalism, there's gonna be some kind of slavery.
Thank you. It's been since the beginning of time, and I feel like
anywhere there's a capitalist society, you will have some form of slavery somewhere.
I feel like we'll not, like Mark said, this ain't changing. But the thing is, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, when you done did damage to your body for so long, you done got fat. You know how hard you gotta work to get that shit off, and sometimes it don't never go nowhere. But it just stays.
You can improve.
You can improve, yeah.
You can improve.
I can have a little baby gut with a little man boobage.
It's really,
but I ain't gotta have a full fledged.
Like it's all it's all about understanding and doing stuff for the right reason. Because of function, not because of how it tastes. You eat because you are hungry. Your body is missing something. That don't mean you gotta go out and get this crab boil. That's something you fantasize about. No, you need nourishment. So technically, you can go in here and eat this sandwich, and guess what? You'll be fine. But guess what we gonna do? Go spend $150. Boom. I gotta spend this. I mean, hey. It's great. If you got it, I'm not saying by no means do not enjoy yourself.
I get, and that's the thing.
I am not saying.
And you know what? You know.
But it's within reason.
And you know what you're doing. Like I tell people, I don't never want to be that person that go, woe is me. I know my consequences. Like, I feel like we'll walk around sometimes, just like, you know, we on the subject we was talking about hip hop and everything. It's like y'all just recognize some shit. We may not be able to change it all the way, but you can improve this shit. Like at the end of the day, it should be no reason why KRS-One, damn Big Daddy Kane, them they gotta go overseas to make their money. They over their legacy acts overseas. Over here, it's just like y'all just so fucking brainwashed.
Well, it's also their fault too.
How?
Because I've learned the older you get, the less you are willing to change. Meaning, so it's a lot of these little pop-up acts. They get started because they can put themselves out there. What old people do? I don't know how to use that.
Well, because I ain't never heard them ask Mick Jagger, get on TikTok, Mick. Mick ain't got to do that. Elton John, you be at every damn award show with that same damn piano with them glitter glasses, fucking it up on the piano, going in. Hey, can you make a Vine, a TikTok, Instagram account? No, they don't have to.
But see, that's the thing. Like, but at the same time, you acting like they culture just putting out bangers like that.
Who?
Like take
some of them that we just named they is well off, just chilling. I niggas still living in the projects.
I guess I'm saying it's okay. Take NBA. NBA right now.
Oh, they in trouble too. I fuss about them.
You got the old heads getting scooted out per se. That's only because, you know, nobody wants to adjust. I was like, Curry and them still balling like the Lakers.
But here go another instance. That is, the NBA is a predominantly black league owned by the others. So when they leave, because Charles Barkley don't complain about this, there's no pension, there's no nothing for them, retirement, that all that stuff is not. A lot of the old heads don't get paid. Like,
why should they?
I mean, as a business courtesy, they put their bodies on the line for years, bro.
By choice.
I mean, it's by.
They did. That's a choice.
Not always. Not always.
What you mean? It's always.
I mean, you make a choice, but you get helped along with your choices on too.
Look, I can give both of y'all $1 million.
So how you feel about people who go fight in wars and come back and still homeless?
I mean, I think that's case by case, honestly.
But how do you feel though? I
mean, what do you mean? Like, should they have a home or something when they came back?
Should they be taken care of?
Yeah. I mean, everybody should. I believe everybody should be taken care of to a certain extent. I mean, like, okay, I think if I say, all right, Paul, I need you to go fight this war. And I give you this disclosure right here. This is what this is going to do. This is everything that can happen in the future. If you sign on that line, that's your choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, now,
But do they give you that choice, though?
No, because it's a setup.
It's a setup.
I mean,
you know it is. It is. They don't give you that choice. Just like in NBA or the
I understand
NFL,
both
they don't
sides. I understand both sides.
I do too. It's one of those where it's cause and effect, man. Like, I feel like I seen a good argument the other day where they was talking about what was it? Oh, the Adam and Eve. They was like, you know, the first sin was Adam listening to his wife. I ate the apple. It was like he listened to her and went and ate it. I was like, he had a choice.
He was listening to that booty, man.
Exactly. So I mean, we all know why it was done, but I mean, hey, it's still two decisions that were made. Mm-hmm. One of them you're looking at is like, okay, the direct effect of him biting this apple was this. No. He shouldn't have been in that situation if he would have listened. So It's one of those like, man, it's always something that happened before, and everybody just want to look at the direct effect. I was like, nah, how did we get here? How did we get to this point? What did you do to get to this point?
Man, yeah, that's.
So can you be mad when you get the result of every decision you made? You got the right direction. Yeah, it sucks. I get it. I ain't trying to say it's a great result, but you cannot deny every decision that you made along that path too that got you to that point. You expect it to be different.
And that goes into that thing. Me and Tyrell talked about it yesterday. Is the free will thing. Like, God created us with free will. No, you don't never want to say God made a mistake, but there's a gift and a curse of free will. Because free will, the power of free will makes good and evil. It makes opposites, yin and yangs, because it's the whole point of free will.
You gotta have that makes it full. You can't pray for, but if you get rain, you can't do it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, the absence of bad doesn't, you don't have good without the absence of bad.
You see what, like, that's what fascinates me about humans. It's like, you can't, it's just everything has to exist. You have to find out how to exist with everything. Like, it ain't, you got the bad there.
That's what I be saying though, but we was made in God's image. So he had to deal with it too.
Yeah. True.
Like we just like the creator.
Yeah.
It's, man.
Look, we going down a rabbit hole, y'all. I mean, going down a rabbit hole.
And that's a rabbit hole like that. That's a never-ending rabbit hole.
It is.
It's just not
but that's end. Because it's not supposed to have an ending. In my mind, it is never supposed to have an ending where one side wins. It's a constant battle every day. Every day. Every day.
Need to read Be Like Water by Bruce Lee because it explains.
Give it to him.
After that, I was like, it's not about competition. It's about you being the best version of yourself in every moment. That's literally what it's about. I was like, well, I ain't gonna say that because everybody gonna have their own interpretation of it. But it's really just you practicing these set laws that you have, that you built, that you're working towards, and you're not in competition with anyone but yourself. Like that. I mean,
I think that's the best fight. That's the biggest misconception of man. At the end of the day, we are not in competition with each other. If you just know who you are, be comfortable in who you are, and be comfortable with them being who they are. If technically it don't even really matter how you feel about me or how I feel about you, as long as you being you, it doesn't matter. I think we put so much honest and importance on the word like. I gotta like you. You gotta like me. I gotta like the things you do, just so we can get. No, if I don't like something that this person is doing, well then, nigga, you ain't in my circle. I don't gotta deal with you.
Do you think
I don't hate you?
Do you think that's why Deion Sanders is so successful at what he has done in life and is kind of doing right now? Not even kind of. He's done had an undefeated season at Jackson State.
Yeah,
so balling. Like, I mean, do you think that's why he's such a successful person? Because I've heard him say things a lot of times. Like, they would ask him in interviews, like, what motivates you, or did the issue on the other side of the sideline motivate you to do better in this game or do better going forward? He's like, shit, I don't need that. Don't nobody motivate me but me. I'm my own motivation. My purpose in life is my motivation, and that's all that keeps me going. That's all I need. I don't need no other. I don't give a damn about nobody over there. I'm in competition with me.
Well, that
like
is one of his superpowers.
Ain't infringing on anyone else's rights, where you're causing harm to anyone else. I think you go on like, hey, it's like Paul said, you ain't gotta like me. I mean, I can have a conversation with, like, just think about when you meet a stranger. You don't know whether you like a person or not. but you talking to them,
right?
Like you don't know nothing about this person. If they ask you a question, you know the answer. You provide the answer, and then you move on. Don't think nothing about it. Like, why was I can't talk to you because I don't like
you don't even know me, motherfucker.
Exactly. It's man.
You know I'm black and I got dreadlocks.
Like the insight that I done learned this year, man, is pretty much like everybody has these big dreams. Like, you know, you hear a lot of people say, I won't have all of this money. No, you don't. And I'm going to tell you why you don't. Look, if you can't get up and do stuff for yourself on a consistent basis, do you understand how consistent you got to be day in, day out to get that amount of money? I guarantee when you start putting that work in, you going to be like, is this what I really want to do? Like, I mean,
you're going to have to say,
reevaluate. Like, okay, maybe I need to learn how to manage this money better because I ain't got what it takes to get. Well, let me say that you have what it takes. You just don't want to put.
I'm not ready to put out the
that work. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. And you saying that make me think of something. Like last night, I was looking at Marlon, the show Marlon, and his son was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be like my daddy, and I ain't gonna have to work a day in my life." And he was like, "I ain't tell that nigga that. I did not tell that nigga that. I did not tell him to say that." And he was like, he went back to his son. He said, "I got it," because Marlon is a content creator. They don't understand that shit. Finding stuff to do, even just doing podcasting, finding topics that, I mean, yeah, we can shoot the shit about anything, but at the end of the day, you gotta think about shit that may and may not click, may and may not hit, because that brings people in. So he took his son. His son was like, "Yeah, I want to talk about macaroni and cheese." He said, Hold on. He said, "Look, we can't have you disrespecting macaroni and cheese. So your first thing is to disrespect something that is so dear to our people?" He said, "No, you can't do that." I want to talk about Beyonce. He said, "Oh, hold on." He said, "Hell no. I don't even want you to talk about Jesus, let alone Beyonce. Her fans crazy. You know what this?" And his son just kept getting frustrated. He said, "Dad, I thought you said that it'll never be work." He said, "No." He said, "Son, if you're doing something that you love to do, then it's not considered work. It's considered a labor of love. Like it's what you want to do. That's the key.
Right.
Find a thing, and like that don't mean that you ain't going.
That don't mean it's gonna be easy.
Yeah, it don't mean you ain't." He was like, "Dang, Dad, I ain't think you had to do all that." He said, "Yeah, like at the end of the day, I can't just get on here and talk about anything. I gotta actually think." He said it take brainstorming sessions, it take whiteboards, it take all of that. Like, that's the thing. I think, you know, and I love Deion, he embodies like the prime. I remember when he was prime in Atlanta. Everybody be like, he's so arrogant. No, he believe in himself. I don't know when it became a time to where believing in yourself, when did it turn to that's arrogant?
When black folks did it. When black people did
well,
it.
Well, it's one way of intercepting the ball, running and getting the touchdown and handing the ball to the ref. It's a whole other thing when you start high stepping at 50-yard line.
Hey, well, shit.
All the way to the end zone.
Come on, man. But all the greats do it.
Yeah, that don't mean it's right.
Yes, it do.
That don't mean
I watched Usain Bolt sit there, outrun everybody by a yard, and just slow down on purpose and look at the camera. I'm like, that nigga, that's some shit right there.
I mean, that's just showing to me.
You don't watch Jordan. Jordan do the shrug.
It's a way to show people that you are not on my level. Like, and I think that's where the showboat comes.
That's confidence.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's gonna when you the person getting it done on, it's gonna feel like arrogance. Then when you the person that's doing it, it's gonna feel like confidence. So it's both of them.
True.
It was like, hey, you ain't.
That, but it's intense entertainment. I mean, when T.O. go get the popcorn.
As long as you can take, the same energy you give out, I'm good with it. That's as long as you can take the same thing. When somebody do it to you, don't get mad. I was like, and you know, you run into situations like that.
But
Most
tell me
people, they
this,
can do it.
Deion, like we talked about this before, like with Deion, we talked about. I think how many months ago was it? It was about 2-3 months ago, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, around
And
the start of
where
football season.
they was starting, cause I always watch the debate shows and shit, sports radio, sports shows, and then they was talking about Deion. It was some of the black colleges and shit. It was getting the rumblings of, you know, he better not leave. He gotta, you know, he done did all this. He can't leave us now. So, hold on. We're going to get to that, cuz. We're going to get to it. But listen, how do y'all how's y'all reaction now that we hear that he, you know, going on to Colorado?
You know why I'm cool with it?
Why?
Because he should have never been at the HBCU to begin with. I was like, first of all,
who should he been with?
Florida State should have hired him.
I never said anything about
team,
that.
man.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, Florida State.
I've said it 100%.
That is the alum right there. So
That was they
why
fucked up.
didn't you give him a chance? Like,
I
my
ain't
only
never.
issue with it is I was like, man, should Deion really want to go? And I think he should, just because of that situation. It was like, look, you know, it's one of those. I'm like, they ain't want you to before. They made you go play with your people to show your worth, and now you good enough for. I was like, so my whole thing is, should he really want to go? And I really feel like he's doing it for a bigger reason. Because I feel like Deion is the type person that probably thinks along that same line. It was like, y'all didn't want me then. I mean, he been like that his whole career. You know, I know it popped.
Well, yeah, you damn right.
Yeah,
Should I really?
He a
Should
petty
I
bro.
really go? And for the, I mean, you get in a situation to, yes, you do go, because at some point they're gonna give you the opportunity to hire, and then that's your chance to put other people on. Not saying you have to.
So
I mean, because everybody get on Mike Tomlin about, oh, you don't bring in. I was like, look, man, like at some point I have to be able to keep my job. Y'all niggas ain't keeping me in a job right now, because
Right.
you ain't taking it as serious. Like, so until I find that, I'm gonna hire the person that is best suited
keep
for
me
the
here.
job. That's
Yeah.
gonna keep me here. That gives me the opportunity to give other people a chance. I'm like, I can't give all of y'all a chance at once, because y'all ain't gonna act right. You ain't gonna. I know you ain't gonna act right. I know you ain't. That's why we.
Well, I
still
mean,
here.
my thing with Deion, like I felt when I seen it. First of all, I heard about it probably like 2 weeks ago, because Auburn actually had an opening first. They ended up hiring Hugh Freeze.
Should have got Cadillac.
Yeah, they ended up hiring Hugh Freeze. They looked over Cadillac and Deion, because Hugh Freeze just got in trouble and stuff, and they still gave him a job. So I heard about it then. I was like, I wonder if he gonna take it, because I just know, like, I know my feelings about the situation that we talked about before, but was I shocked? No, because he deserves it. The nigga, he produces. He deserves it. I feel like he deserves it. What about you, Chris?
Oh yeah.
Was you shocked?
Nah. Disappointed a little bit.
Why?
I mean, because I did want to see him stay. You know what I'm saying? I did want to see him stay at the black college and do it maybe another round. You know, give it 2 years, let another cycle happen. You know what I'm saying? Maybe have another class to try to get some more players drafted and, you know, hired in the whatever round they normally go, you know what I'm saying, if they go at all. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't mad at that nigga for going.
Chris, I don't know. That might have been.
It's tough, man.
That might have been Chris trying to hold on for Florida State. And you know, y'all coach ain't doing too hot.
Florida State won. They last like what 6 games in a row, 7 games. Them niggas on the road. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You can't
Don't
put out
you
that
do
message
that.
though, where you won't. It be like, hey, these top black athletes coming out of high school choose these HBCUs, and then your high profile coach choose the Power 5. I mean, so it does send mixed messages, so I can get where both sides be like, okay, what are we doing? Like, what are we
So
doing?
do you think they're going to be able to recruit without him?
It's Deion. He should be able to. I'm pretty sure his
I'm talking
sons are going,
about Jackson State.
I mean,
because my argument the whole time was once he leave, the advertisement dollars leave, the television deal leaves, it leaves with him, and it's not his fault. That's not. Don't get me wrong, it's not his fault. Because I was like, man, I'm gonna ask y'all this: where do y'all see, just along that line, where do y'all see both teams finishing next year?
What, Colorado and Jackson?
Yeah, what kind of situation do you see both teams one or what? Both teams.
The level of competition is different.
Where you see Jackson State gonna be?
Probably still up top. Well, that depends on if his sons go.
No, yeah, they're going. All right.
So
his son and Travis Hunter, they out.
So if that's the case, I mean, you gonna be back where you was before you had him. I mean, that's
bad though. When you see Colorado, if all three of them go with
I'm not a big college football fan, so
do you see them going to a bowl at least?
But I don't know. I don't know who they.
Yeah,
who in their conference?
Their conference is depleted right now because they done started this explosion. I done forgot a lot of them leaving that conference.
I mean, I really think it's more so putting.
I see them going to a bowl. I see them going to a bowl. I see what you said about Jackson State. Yeah, I don't want.
I think it's going to be a big shift in college football here in coming years.
Next 5,
just with how everything's ranked, the NCAA not really having a hand as much as they hand in it. So I think it's going to be completely different.
I think that tournament finna grow.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely going to grow.
It's not going to grow as many teams as basketball, but it's going to grow.
It's always somebody always gonna get left out. It's always
they always gonna get left out. But right now, we just recycling the same team. There
should have been more teams to start with. Everybody looked at me like I was crazy when I said that shit. I was like, y'all starting this shit with too few teams. Like
that's because they wanted to keep having their hand. NCAA make their money off them bowl games. The more bowl games you have, like you said,
matchups. I mean, you was like, hey, so we get more money if these two.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it does come to money, and I think that's what a lot of fans want people to come out and say. But you can't really do that because then that whole conspiracy, like for one, everybody that keeps saying stuff is rigged. You ain't never played sports in your life.
Sports really ain't got no.
You can only miss a ball on purpose. You can't catch it on purpose. You cannot guarantee a catch ball on purpose. You can drop it. Like, oh, I ain't gonna catch it. So I was like, you can't rig this stuff, man. You can't rig physics.
I have a difference of opinion on that one.
Referees can do their job, man.
It's a whole lot of intangibles that go along with it.
I'm talking about rigged as far as predicting or. You can affect the spread. Yes, I mean that part. If you're talking about where you need to watch it's a 5-point spread, and I get that.
You need to watch.
About physically, when a bad play happens, this is rigged, or when.
I get that, but like, some of it, because when I watched what's the one, Tim Donaghy. Shit, that nigga, it wasn't spreads he was predicting. That nigga, they were losses and everything. They were showing how who was it AI?
I ain't watching.
They got mad at Allen Iverson. Them niggas said, "Hey, we calling it today."
Oh well, I mean,
we are calling it today.
Right now, I guarantee you, they do that to Golden State.
They probably
do. Now, because there is no way these boys foul this freaking much. And Curry gets raped on the other end,
heavy is the head to wear the crown. Y'all wear the crown, man.
Man, come on, man.
Heavy is the head.
Look, I know.
But look, we ain't going. No.
Right. Go ahead.
Hey, all right.
I'm about to get mad,
so look, on the Deion tip, like you were saying earlier, when you waved your finger, I had a question. I wanted to, we had talked about it before. But why do we as people feel like a person may have to sacrifice themselves for the purpose of everyone else? Deion leaving, because Deion leaving is somehow a negative strike against his character.
That's just sitting on the couch with our opinions. That's exactly. I was like, look, man.
But you remember you said it earlier too, how we have our athletes, musicians as our leaders. Why is it like we feel like
because they got
Mark
money
over here?
They got money. Let's just be real.
But they ain't because for instance, say you get a promotion at your job. Why are we gonna hate on that? Why would I hate if you go? I expect you not to take a promotion because I want you down here with me.
Crabs in the barrel. I mean, it
is what it is.
I mean, it's.
How do we get past?
You can't. We too far gone.
Give me a way to get paid. Your way. It's just your opinion. Ain't even no scientific knowledge. What's your way
to get past it? I don't see a way. I mean, it's that's the only. I mean, because it would be too much cooperations. I mean, people don't really understand what it means to be happy for someone, and not to get on laws of attraction and all of that. But if somebody get a promotion, you should be happy for them because that's something positive, and that's gonna bring positive to you. But on the flip side, no. Oh, I can't believe they gave him that. Did you even go out for the job? Nah.
Are you qualified for the job?
Nah. So shut up. Like, what are you talking about? You know?
Do you feel like there was somebody else that could have got the job done a little bit better than them?
Well, and I think the envy comes from. I was like, let's take a normal job. You know who you follow. You know who like, okay, if they a manager, they don't need to be no manager. They don't know how to talk to nobody, and that's the person to get promoted.
Yeah.
Now, you can be upset about it, especially if you didn't go for the position, but also you can change yourself to be able to deal with that person. Like, you control your reactions to everything.
See, and that's all true. I think with Deion's situation is just like Chris was saying, like, at the end of the day, you would love to see him. It's this beautiful picture we got. He stays. HBCU football goes up even more. They get respect. But how can you put that all on one man's shoulders? All y'all got a job to do. You over here at this college talking shit about me saying I ain't swag.
Well, I mean...
Well, are you swag? What are you doing for swag that I'm not?
Well, so that is... I mean, it's sad to say it, but I think of a lot of ex-African American players. I think Eddie George is the coach at a HBCU.
Yeah, he followed Deion's footsteps.
Why don't go do the same thing? Like Ed Reed, I'm pretty sure he would get people. Ray Lewis, like, it's some big names that would carry the same amount of weight as what Deion did. And in my opinion, I'm like, some of them would probably be good mentors to young black African American kids. So it's, that's how you give back. You got money. You don't have to knock this school over the head for this big coaching contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things to where it has to be a want, and people has to understand that, hey, this is where we can change the game. I was like what I just said, NCAA about to get broken up. So what's stopping, Jay-Z, Diddy, all of these billionaires going to these, hey, we about to start our own league. We gonna play the games at y'all schools. We gonna draft these players for y'all schools. And I'm like, man, it can be done, but ain't nobody
Same reason them niggas ain't came and made no fucking schools. Like they don't give a fuck.
I mean,
I wish they did it. Them niggas don't give a fuck, man.
And that's the part where, you know, the whole community thing. Like that's why we don't help each other out, man. Once one get out, hey man, all right. You know, I ain't saying it should be your responsibility, but and at the same time, the people that's trying to get out, like instead of ridiculing and pulling them down, how about asking and be like, hey, can you mentor me? Am I doing something? Can you put me on the right track? I mean, you can change your mindset, man.
I wish that's exactly what I was about to say. I wish the mindset among us was a lot different than it has been in recent years and decades, to where we could actually go to somebody without humility and ask for help or mentorship or some kind of guidance to get us further than where we've gotten them in past times. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, where does that change? Like,
you got to pull them up,
and I guess that's one of the reasons I was really wanting Deion to stay, to kind of instill whatever culture it was that he was going to put into Jackson State. Like, give it 2-3 years and kind of let that cycle happen maybe twice, and then all those players is coming in after that, the coaches coming in after that. You have already put that in that culture, so maybe the TV and all the contracts will still stick around. So now you got other black colleges. Now you done started. You got the blueprint now. So all the other black coaches or black colleges, they be like, okay, Deion did it like this. I'm gonna take that and put this over here and put my spin on it. And then that shit grow from there. But it might still happen that way. But
if you ever seen them black look, man, black business. Like, I had a couple of friends go to HBCUs, and they financial aid was never right. So it's like, at the same time you want that, y'all got to be on y'all business. All of this, hey, y'all got to run this like a business. Like,
all right.
This like, oh well, we ain't got it. Blaming somebody else. Nah, you gotta be ready for the opportunity, man. Like right now, we ain't.
Well, and I look at it too. You know, I want to just say, Deion gonna be able to do it. I think he's gonna be all right. I know what Chris saying. I know what you saying. I just feel like, Deion, he wasn't even, if it wasn't for you to stay, it wasn't. But
I would have loved to see him stay.
I would, but I also love to see this nigga do. He go to them Power 5 conference and whoop their ass just for the. Cause you know how Deion is.
I wish he would have went somewhere like motherfucking.
I wanted to go to a bigger school where he had the opportunity.
I wanted to go somewhere in the ACC.
Me too. I wanted him to go to motherfucking. I wanted to go to Georgia Tech or some shit, just so he could play Florida State and be like, look, motherfuckers. I mean, that's my school, you know what I'm saying? But I really wanted to see that
How
shit.
much y'all want to bet? Colorado will play them 1 year. Well, it's going to happen. Colorado will play Florida State. If it ain't his first year, the second year. He not. But see, this is my thing with him, too. I ain't wanting to say it. I think he
like the spotlight.
He do, but he a good coach. But what he going to do when he ain't got his sons?
Well, see,
and Travis. See,
I don't know if he's a good coach yet.
Because his son bad.
He is a great
Both of
motivator.
His sons bad. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something you need to be a great coach.
You say,
but I don't know if Prime can coach yet.
I think
you say I
think he can position coach. If you told me he was gonna coach the cornerbacks, yes sir.
Run it.
Hey, they about to pick everybody off.
So you saying he like Jackie Moon off of Semi-Pro.
Hey, I'm just saying.
He's a motivator. But he's not an X's and O's guy.
I mean, and a lot of times, man, like I think when you get in the NFL versus college, in the NFL it's more about motivation versus coaching. Mm-hmm. Like, you on this level, you're a grown man.
You already know what to do.
Yep.
You got to get in this weight room. Like, it's more about everyday preparation versus practice. I was like, how are you keeping your body in shape on this off season. It's more about you. So I just need to make sure I got these people in here and I can motivate them
on the same page.
Now I think his motivation hits black kids better. So if he had opportunity to go to let's say a school that has more blacks than whites, that's not a HBCU. I don't know if that exists. But hey,
he going to Colorado. He ain't just his white.
I mean, he got some other stuff to face in Colorado.
Somebody said
he got weed to face in Colorado.
Yeah.
Somebody said
you got a lot of alcohol and a lot. Well, yeah.
Somebody said how he gonna teach? How he gonna teach the Colorado band to play "We Ready"? When they
better get it together. they better get it together
on drum line.
Yeah.
Fly to the Bumblebee.
Hey, to that point, when they played that, just being in the band, that shit was so clean.
Yeah,
like they played that thing. It was like, hey, y'all laughing? It ain't have no beat, but that
it
technique,
was clean.
that thing was clean. They killed
Prime
that.
Can't come out the tunnel of this.
You know how hard it is to play Flight of the Bumblebee.
Okay,
man?
but Prime don't care about all that.
That's a big skill flex in the
in the band like
in the band. But
good gracious,
as a coach, Prime,
clean.
He can't drive his he can't drive his cart out to that.
Ain't nobody coming out to Flight of Bumblebee.
Look,
ain't nobody coming out to it.
Man.
Ain't nobody coming out to that.
I'm like,
that's like mid-game shit. You can't come out to that.
Come on to Flight of Bumblebee.
Is he gonna commit to it?
They come busting through the damn paper. Come on, man.
Is he gonna be the person that be like? Is he gonna have second thoughts when he get in that locker room?
Nah, Prime got it.
I ain't gonna say he won't get the job done, but I feel like black folks receiving different, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Prime.
I mean, I can't speak for a white kid because I'm not white, but if I'm a parent and Prime is at Colorado,
transfer protocol.
You going to? We trying to get you to Colorado. I'd rather you play for. I mean, because I know if I have a son, he more likely to drop some good knowledge on what he needs versus a Nick Saban.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I ain't trying to say like, and I think what's Dabo Sweeney, he looked like a racist to me. I ain't saying the man, but he looked like he drops the N-word.
You know, that's why I want him. That's why I want him to go to Auburn too. I wanted Prime to go against Nick Saban so bad because Nick Saban talks so much shit about Prime.
Oh, that's.
Hey,
I feel like,
and that's
Nick
Auburn
is
they damn rival. I was like, ooh, man, just let Prime go to Auburn.
I don't know.
I don't think he read not the first year. He ain't ready. Alabama or Saban got plenty of recruits.
You're right. But
that was just like, look, I love the story, but that outcome, I don't think it was gonna be.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how, and in the grand scheme of like the money thing and all that, I don't know how that's gonna work. How that's gonna work right now.
Prime, come on, man, hurry up, get your way to SEC or ACC. I need to see them, or at least play them. Now you in the Power 5, they ain't gonna turn Colorado down. Go on, get play both of them.
Yeah, but see,
tear both of them.
You know what would really hurt the state of Florida? That nigga went to Florida.
I want to see if he gonna have that same swag though. Like, I don't know if he gonna be able to have. Well, not the way he had it at Jackson State.
He better. He Prime if you let them whitewash
you around your people. You can. I get he gonna always be himself, but he gonna perform.
If he really changed that culture in the prime,
this the same
prime
nigga.
city.
This the same nigga that walked up and down.
That's gonna be a wild scene in Colorado.
Man, when he got drafted, he walked up and down all that damn gold around his neck with the Jerry curl, nigga. That man was bad, boy.
Yeah, Prime ain't no joke. Prime ain't no joke.
Well, I mean, shit. All right, look, Prime, do your thing.
I want to know who win damn Colorado's conference.
Go look it up. I don't know. I forgot what are they.
That's what I don't know.
I don't know college like that.
They
I've never
Pac-12.
been a huge college football fan. It was always
Or the Pac-12. I don't know. Big Sky. I don't know.
Always been too many teams.
Oh yeah, they in the Pac-12.
Pac-12.
They are in the Pac-12 with Utah, who just beat USC.
They in there with Utah. USC leaving though, ain't they?
I don't know when all that's.
A lot of them leaving.
Oregon State, Washington.
Yeah,
UCLA, Cal, Arizona, Stanford.
Yeah,
Stanford. I mean,
so fellas, he went off the prime. So
Arizona State. So it's some motherfucking colleges over there.
It is, but he gonna be all right.
So his big wins is gonna come against like, I guess now Utah, since they just did what they did to the Trojans. The Trojans, Oregon, and Oregon State. Like, that's gonna be his big big game.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they split. I don't know if it's split up into multiple like the ACC. Because you got the Coastal and Atlantic over here. I don't know what they got. I don't know if it's split into two conferences over there.
Man.
Yeah, man. I hope Prime do his thing though.
Yeah.
Show out. I wish you would have stayed, but it is what it is.
Sometimes you gotta go.
What up, folks? It's your man Chris from the Slide Thru. Have you guys heard about Anchor yet? Look, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Look, check this out. It's free. And you know me, if it's free, it's for me. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Simple. They distribute your podcast to all the platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. And I know you're trying to make a couple dollars with this, so they definitely help you with the sponsorships. No minimum listenership required. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. All you have to do is download the Anchor app on the Google Store or the Apple Store, or go to anchor.fm to get started. Slide through and check them out.
It would look better.
Speaking, sometimes you gotta go. Just get on some ratchet shit. We done talk sports. We done talk music. Got some, just a little ratchet shit.
Ratchet.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Lotto, your girl Lotto. She kind of unfollowed my boy 21 because 21 came out publicly and said they don't date. That those they don't date. So I guess she got upset. So what I was thinking about the situation, Mark, I just had some questions. You don't always see eye to eye with the person you with. So I was gonna ask y'all, what is the most common way to get signals mixed up in determining what kind of relationship you are in?
Oh, you gonna have to. I don't understand the question. Oh man.
Well, I mean, what about you, Chris? What's a signal? Most common signal that what you think you in, you ain't in.
Most common signal they get crossed up.
Yeah,
so what?
Confused.
Are you saying they
what
went
gets
in?
You confused?
So she thought they was in a relationship, and he said,
allegedly he was just having fun. She thought they was in a relationship.
That's not possible, man.
You don't think it's possible for two people to get signals mixed?
Nope. Body language tell you everything you need to know. I'm like, man, look, it's all no comment.
You got to be.
What?
I guess that's delusional. I mean, to think that you stuck in something that you really ain't in, that's a delusion.
It is, but is there ways that you lend yourself to a delusion, whether it be man or woman?
See, okay, I guess the only way I can answer, I don't like playing games.
I don't know.
Like I don't really play games like that because I don't want to waste nobody's time, and I don't want nobody to waste my time. So,
right.
I mean, the way I talk, you gonna know exactly where you stand. Like I don't understand.
What's some of the verbiage you use to say it's serious?
to say it's serious. Oh, we say we girlfriend and boyfriend. I guess if you want to call that a serious relationship, yeah. I mean,
Does that sit in a commitment?
yeah, just by the term. I mean, all it is. My definition of this, it's one definition of everything. Now, how you perceive that definition, that's on you. If you want to be an asshole, that's fine. I was like, you can't. I just signals getting switched. That's a game,
Right.
You always gonna know you in a game. I'm sorry, like,
Or it's lack of communication. We done said that multiple times on multiple subjects, and when dealing with relationships, communication is the one thing, that one constant that you can't fuck up if you don't want to get signals crossed. Like, you got to keep that shit up front and 100. If you want to be in an exclusive relationship with this person, then you gonna say that shit.
Yeah.
If you, as a man, and I'm speaking to the fellas right now for real. If you don't want to be in an exclusive relationship, say that shit. I'm not a one-woman man.
now
I'm gonna be putting
so this is the thing.
putting it down
I've
out in this
always
motherfucking
been
streets.
A big advocate of like, hey, don't put yourself in bad situations.
Okay.
Don't do actions that you know gonna mislead
All
somebody.
right.
It's like-
I'm glad
like,
you
it's-
took us down that road. So would you sleep with somebody knowing you know they feelings and where it's at? Like, you know that girl, if I sleep with them, cause she already like me. She a whole lot more than I like her, period. If you sleep with them, is that a way to get signals mixed up? Or would you sleep
Yeah,
with them? Would you sleep with them?
Would I sleep with him? No.
Well,
No.
she just kept pressing you.
And the only reason I say no is because I'm like, look, it's not that I don't want to sleep with you. I know what you gonna think this is, and I'm not trying to go there. Now, after I done stated that, like you just said, keep pressing. Oh yeah, we gonna do it. I mean, I'm just being real. I'm like, I told you.
I've already stated.
I told you. You continue to pursue. That is giving me I'm like, okay, well, all right. So I guess we see it the same way.
Right.
At that point, my signals ain't crossed.
Nope.
I'm like, I told you.
Your ass is delusional.
So, if you continue to press, that means I'm like, that's what I always did. That's that whole time. We're like, oh, I can change that. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate
can't
that
change
part. You can't change shit.
Nope.
So if they want to change, they change on their own. You ain't got shit to do with they change.
like,
So
look,
don't
And
even
that-
go
and that-
into it trying
That'd be
to
the
do
problem.
Now,
Like, why you
at
trying
the same
to?
time, if we do sleep together, guess what's not gonna happen afterwards? Cuddling.
That. So that's a sign that you just
It's like it's you are not.
That will get signals fucked up.
Like,
cuddle.
No, yeah.
Look, my problem with cuddling is I
It's
don't
too
like
hot
a lot
for
of
it.
body heat.
It's hot.
It be hot as hell.
I don't give a fuck about all that. It's just it's the signals that get sent with
I
cuddling.
get what you're saying. So I don't want them to think my signals is fucked up when I really like you. Cause I just don't, that cuddling stuff, yeah, we can do it for a little bit. Cause that's, cause I do
hurts,
feel.
man. Like half of
It's
my
hot.
body end up being sleep. Like my arm uncomfortable. I'm sitting over here dying.
You don't want to say
dying.
that.
Like it's hot. This is
it
uncomfortable.
be hot.
And
Some
this
hot
your love
shit.
language. I was like, this no.
I'm like, I gotta communicate that shit. Like, look, my motherfucking arm hurt.
So how you communicate it to
My
her?
motherfucking arm hurt. I'm telling you.
what's wrong with you? I can't feel my arm like you. You over here knocked out. I was like, nah, nope. But yeah.
So
It's-
what about is a sign, or is this bad too? If a guy or girl take the other one around their family.
I made that mistake. Y'all ain't never met nobody.
Not since her.
Before her,
No.
and she forced her way to that dinner. She forced her way there.
I'm gonna tell you the opposite
reason.
came out when she came in. I'm gonna tell you, everybody
She
did this because
forced
it's like, damn, Mark done bought a girl. Paul, you knew about that? I said, no, I ain't know shit. I said, I don't know. I was like, he must like her.
Forced her way into that. I was like, no. I was so disappointed.
That's raw.
I just don't bring
So
nobody.
she forced her way in the mix signal.
Yep. It was like, yep. I'm like, dog, man, I can make y'all laugh about that relationship all day. I'm like, I did some things wrong too, but at the same time, like, no, forced. I was, You don't bring nobody around family if that, because I ain't trying to be that person. Where's such and such? And you know our family can't remember names as it is. They gonna call you whatever name popping their head. They not trying to disrespect you. They really gonna call you that. They don't know my name. You know, they call me Paul. They call me Dante. They call me all of that. It's like you just answer. You get used to it.
You don't even know my name.
I know I'm the only one in here, so I know you talking to me. Whatever you said, I was like, okay, you got my attention. What you want? So family.
I done seen some young cats. They bring these girls around the family. I'll be like, y'all don't do this shit because what you doing? One, then that girl head is setting up this thing to where
it's not our fault.
It's like
Unless
it's serious.
Yeah, unless it was communicated ahead of time.
Yeah.
Well, some people see I'm up front, man. Like I'm just up front.
But see, you was
like,
up front with her and she didn't care.
I'm serious about my family now. Look. Ooh.
I feel you. You can't. It's not advised. If you want to take a date around your family, like you want to have a date to a function, make sure you communicate that shit up front. But I don't. I mean, just like, look, I would like to take you to this family function. This ain't nothing serious, blah, blah, blah. You lay all your shit out there beforehand. But I don't advise it.
That's what
I do not advise it.
I don't even care
like
if
you can. Like I said, you can, but I don't advise it. Yeah. It's not a great idea.
Yeah. I always said I wouldn't do that. Why?
Like you said, your family gonna ask about her.
I'm real serious with the girl, so I bring her around. Like, because at the end of the day, if you,
that's cool.
If you
should. If you're serious about it.
Yeah. If you're not serious and you bring them around, you fucking up, brother. Like, it's just the fuck up.
Because if it happened one time,
you know your family, Chris.
Yeah, my family gonna know. You see it one time, it's like, okay.
I mean, I can see some situations to where, like, okay, you know, if I was talking to somebody and they didn't have, or their family was further away for the holidays or whatnot, hey, you want to be around family? Come on, but again.
Yeah,
this is why.
Yeah, this is it.
Coming.
This how that nigga hold that bitch before we walk in the house. Look, he got it just like this before we get out the car.
I was like, I don't want to hear nothing. Like my family is gonna accept you like they are one of your own.
I tell you this, that don't mean that just because you come with me to this function of my family don't mean I'm going to yours, because this is not that type of thing.
I was like, no.
Yeah. You gonna feel real good over here. You gonna feel love and all that shit.
When we get back to the house, yeah, it's going down. And you gonna feel like, oh yeah, I like the holidays. No.
You like 2022 holiday.
Yeah. I was like, we still got some stuff to get through before. I mean, so and the other thing, like when coming around family, I also would do it is certain times I would bring you around family. It was like it's not Christmas, Thanksgiving. Not the time. 4th of July cookout.
Yeah, I'm about to say summertime cookout might be all right.
Yeah, we having a little cookout. Come on,
because everybody know it's summertime anyway.
But when it's that, when you go get that
holidays,
the love holidays,
cuffing season,
where it's real. Hey, this is my family. This is what I do the holidays for. I want to be around people that know me. That type thing. This is very intimate. We're not on that level yet. Don't be mad. I ain't saying I hate you. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
We're not on that level yet. I'm not saying we can't get there. Now, if that can change. I mean, but now it's different. Like,
so after October, between the 1st of November and the 1st of March, don't take them around your people.
put it like this: March through October, that's your tryouts.
Yep.
Here you go.
These are your
we did
tryouts.
this one time,
Yeah.
bro. We did this. We did.
Guess what? I'm making my team.
Yeah, you got
November 1st is
You got-
when my team.
Damn, we did this. I was like, bring that damn chart up.
You got the scouting season.
Boom. This is season.
You got tryouts.
Yeah.
You got training camp.
We are in the season.
Then you make your cuts.
All right. Yeah, what about giving them a key? Or you getting the key to their house?
You know what? Honestly, I don't care about that part. Like, I mean, I don't care about that part from the aspect of like if I done gave you a key, I know I ain't got nobody else coming over there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no pop up or nothing like that. So, and sometimes I'm like, look, if I'm in the shower, I'm not leaving my door unlocked. Mm-hmm. So it's I don't care so much about the key now. Key don't mean you come over here when I'm at work. Ain't nobody at this house and you just coming to chill. No. Mm-hmm. I was like, key is, you know what the key is for, man. Like, don't get stupid. Don't get stupid.
Hell yeah.
Don't be stupid. Like, it's
So you
not
give
hard,
your
man.
girlfriend a key? Or a friend that's a girl a key, not your girlfriend?
Yeah. I would. Like, if I had a homegirl like that, yeah. But again,
Why?
No.
Why?
I ain't got that level of trust in nobody. I really don't. Like, I just don't put that level of
I put it
trust
like this.
in nobody.
if you got that level of trust, you better not break it because it comes
Right.
with some
yeah.
tough consequences.
Some
If you
shit,
break
yeah.
it,
After that, it's not gonna be good for you.
So I mean, you
For
have to
real.
accept that trust. So it's like, hey, you need to understand what this means.
What that
when you
mean?
get
I'm giving you this.
Hell yeah.
Because as soon as you do otherwise,
Like
I
I
ain't
said,
even gonna tell you. I ain't even gonna take the key back from you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna change the locks. Like it was like, oh, my key don't work. I
yeah,
know.
you gonna be real. You gonna be looking real stupid.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
And I'm gonna make sure the ring cam get your motherfucking face whenever you come together.
I mean, and that's what I'm like. It's yeah. The key.
So tell me this. So it just happens. It just happens to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Signals get crossed. How do you break it to her that, nah, sweetheart, that ain't how it is? Do you do it publicly and say, nah, we don't date like that, you know?
What do you mean publicly? Like with other people around?
Yeah.
Hell no.
I would never.
And they say
It's a level of It's a level of respect you have to have, man.
They say
it's
do it so people won't make a scene, but that's
it's a level of respect. I mean, I'm not going to embarrass somebody where it's.
You want to do it like the
no.
baby did?
Who?
The baby. When he did the Danny Lay.
Oh. You talking about on live and all that other shit? No. I mean, that, like you said, that's a level of respect. That's disrespectful as fuck.
So, man, like, you don't have to be.
So how would you break it to her?
I told you.
Look at his eyes.
I told you. That's it.
That's it.
I'm just pointing one instance. Do you recall this conversation?
Then she gonna bring up, but do you remember you did? Say you did cross the signal, and she say, you remember you did this?
Do you remember this conversation? Which one happened first? All right.
Cause
case in point, you remember the time when you kept pressing? And I said, "Hey." Okay. You don't remember? Okay. So do you remember this time when I finally gave in? Told your ass to get out when we was done. What are you not paying attention to? Where are you getting confused? Huh?
Because typically, if something's gonna get crossed up, if something gets crossed up, like let's say you said whatever you said 10 months ago or 6 months ago, and then time passes, and maybe something that you do don't line up with what you said 6 to 10 months ago, you will be reminded by that person that, oh, you said this. Damn, you might be. Let's revisit this and make sure that we on the right page right now. So 3 months down the line, you ain't trying to have me jammed up in no bullshit. Yeah, but I'm real deliberate in what the fuck I do anyway, so I'm not gonna try to get to this point.
True. I mean,
like,
man,
and people should be. You should be able to communicate and just be deliberate in what the fuck you want.
True.
Don't be scared to tell people what you want.
But niggas, but man, you gotta realize too, all the shit we done pointed out. Taking them in front of your family. That's just not. That ain't something we would advise doing.
Yeah, don't do that, man.
Don't, what was the other ones? Take them in front of your family. Don't have sex with them and not explain before the sex what this is. Like, it's not.
They know what it is too, man.
But you cannot.
Never assume.
You can't let them assume. Be direct. Okay, you gotta be direct. You ain't gonna be direct.
I mean, being direct is not only by words.
I get it, but words help solidify the body. Like, I'm gonna help solidify it. Why not just solidify it before you get into it? It won't be no lines to be crossed.
Yeah, you gotta speak on that. You gotta speak that into.
Look, let me tell you. I tell folks day one. Look, I go by the flow. Like all of that waiting and like, oh, it was like, look. If the flow is right and we lead to that, we gonna be adults about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we revisit it, but I know what I want to do. I know before we go on this date.
Yeah.
I already know what I want.
Choice is already made.
The only reason you are on this date right now is because I want to smash. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
No, ain't nobody, all your dates,
Nope. You cannot tell me you have taken a girl out that you did not want to smash.
Not that I did. Not at that moment. My first date with the one with now was not that at that time. No, not. Didn't say that I didn't think about it, but it ain't saying that I wanted. I was. Right. That wasn't my plan going at that door.
We talking about the end game.
I ain't talking about that. I'm saying.
My end game for that date was just to get to know her. But that don't
for
mean
that person. For that interaction.
So I explain it like this. Okay, if I'm walking in the mall, I see a chick. I know that moment she can get it.
That's a compliment, though.
Well, it's a compliment, but it's also not.
But that ain't your.
Because I guarantee you, if you say she can get it, if she came up to you that moment and said, "Do you want it?" Yes.
No, I won't.
I would. I was like, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I would. I would.
But why? But why? Because, man, look.
The only reason why is like, why is it this easy? That is the only reason. The only reason I am hesitating.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. If I can be true, I'll be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Even with the girl I went down, like, cause I told her to her face. I was like, look, you fine? Yeah, I want it, but I ain't doing nothing yet till I gotta get to know you. That's my move. That's my move.
That's not
right. That's not what I'm
trying to get the decision.
Yeah,
like you in the Matrix right now. You trying to figure out the whys. I'm talking about the decision that has already been made.
No, it's carnal inside of a man to want it and a woman to want it, but I don't feed into it. I don't always feed into it. Not saying
you feed into it.
I'm gonna ask this.
I'm just saying it.
That ain't my plan though. That's just.
So
that's the initial.
This is how I'm gonna ask it then. Have you ever seen a female and was like, I want to be her friend?
No.
I've seen a female say, I want to get to know him.
Why did you want to get to know him? Why did you want to get to know him? Because
they fine as fuck.
And when they are fine as fuck, what do you want to do?
Get to know him, and then we go do what we got to
Right,
do.
that's just you. Like, that's you.
That's how I approach it. Y'all think I'm lying.
No,
if my girl would come on this thing right now, she would say it. That's just how I did.
I understand exactly.
Got in some trouble.
what
I
you
mean,
are
no,
saying.
and I get it too.
I get exactly what you saying. Like,
That kept me, and you know what that did? That kept me from tying my soul to a lot of bitches. It just did, because at the end, I don't want that on me. I do not want it. I don't want that shit to control my ass, because I know me, man.
I mean, it's not. It don't control me neither. Sex is not ranked.
But see, I'm
very high.
I'm different though.
On my fucking on my
Nigga,
scale.
I can abuse soda. So sex is way better than soda. I need to control. I need to control my intake.
all I'm saying is,
I got high blood pressure, diabetes. I don't need the other shit. I'm like, nigga,
so as a basis, like, you know, and I get that.
Yeah.
But when you see a soda, you say, "I'm gonna drink that motherfucker." Mm-hmm. Or I'm gonna get to know this motherfucker first.
you know what?
I gotta taste what it tastes like. It depends on if I know.
I'm gonna get to know these ingredients real quick.
I'm looking at this
before
can.
I drink. No, I'm gonna drink this motherfucker.
This say fig apple. I'm like, I wonder what it tastes like. I ain't drink. I'm like, all right, now it's time to go. See, I gotta get to know the essence and
But
the flavor.
you did it to get to know it.
Well, look, that's just how I go, man.
I mean, all I'm saying is, man, like, when you see somebody,
I can't.
you know whether they gonna get it or not. You know that. You know it.
Not
you know
necessarily, bro.
You know whether they gonna get it or not.
It
ain't never snuck up on me. I say that. It ain't never snuck up.
This is what's weird to me, because I've been on this. I've been in this argument multiple times with multiple people.
Yeah,
and I've heard both sides. What I don't understand is, or what I do understand is, like, whenever it's all physical at first. Whenever you see somebody, you know right then if you would fuck that person or not.
I ain't saying I would. At the beginning of my statement, I said I would, but before that, there's prerequisites for me. Like, I have to do certain shit before I even get there.
No, right, but that's cool. The prerequisites out the window.
So it's not my plan. My plan is to get to know my plan. If it's my plan, and I believe that whatever I plan to do, I'm going to accomplish. I ain't plan to. If I wanted to really have sex with you, that was going to be my plan. I would have did it. It ain't that. It's the other shit.
No,
because
I mean,
once I find out, I don't even fuck with your vibe. I don't even like you. I could care less
cool.
if I had sex with you.
I see this chick across the street.
Even though you fine as fuck.
I see this chick across the street, and all I know is what I see. I'm like, damn, she bad. I will fuck her.
Then she
at the end of the day, like, she might have fucked up feet.
Do you still
might stink.
Would you still fuck?
No.
Then that wasn't your plan to fuck her. You wanted to know about her before you fucked her.
No.
Knew that you would like to.
That's all. That's it. At that point, that's all I'm saying.
No, because that's not a plan, though.
I don't want a fucking plan.
Man, he said plan. I'm going on the fact of planning this thing. I don't plan on fucking them.
When
I
I'm
plan
just
on getting
going
to know
on,
you then. Now
if I see
that is a consequence on me getting to know the dopeness that is you. Once I know the dopeness that is you, then it's all then that's when
so you don't have one night
kick in.
You don't have one night stands.
Nope, never have. I ain't had one.
Okay.
Well, it started as a one night stand.
Time out.
That's what I was about to ask. I was like, is it a one night stand if you end up like kind of kicking it? Because I can tell you this exact story.
What happened? All right, tell the story.
It's when Tampa Bay won the first Super Bowl. I was in college. We was having a Super Bowl party. My homeboy, or one of my roommates, she brought one of her friends over there. She was cool. We was kicking it. Then I was like, dang, I had to go to Walmart. She was like, I'm going to ride. Bet. Man, I don't know why Disney movies always get the goodies, but we bought a Disney movie.
Disney movie?
Smacking Treats the Lion King. Can you feel the love tonight?
Lion King?
Yeah. Hey, and the crazy thing, happened about 4 more other chicks too.
The Lion King.
Nope, it was different Disney movies, dog. It's Disney. I don't know what it is. Hey, not saying you should try it, but I'm just saying.
Because Disney they.
I mean, we did it.
They do, baby.
And then
subliminal.
we kicked it for like a semester or two. Like, so I don't know if it started as a one night stand because I had no intentions.
Was it a one night stand? Yeah,
but not really.
It was a one night stand that turned into a staycation.
So that's what I'm saying. I was like, yeah, it started.
I ain't never did them. That's my thing. That's why I told you that me trying to control that urge, it ends up with that. I stay away from that shit. Yeah.
I get straight to the point, man.
No.
Like if I can gain some great information up front, I don't shy away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I can go ahead and rule something out real early, might as well. Why not in the first 24 hours? Perfect timing. I was like, I mean, I ain't wasting no time. I was like, okay, yeah, this ain't gonna work.
Right.
I'm just saying, it's just stuff. I was like, you know, yeah. I don't see it as a bad thing. I ain't saying, hey, you should go out there searching for one night stands or whatnot. But I'm just saying,
yeah,
hey,
I ain't saying that either. I'm just saying,
you are presented with a chance to save you time in the future. Why not invest in it? It was like, why not? It was like, hey,
yeah.
All right, I want to pursue it.
I just find it very hard to believe that any guy on this planet would approach a woman without the intentions of at some point having sex, whether or not you want to get to know them first or not.
Yeah, I never said that I didn't want to have sex with them. It was, I'm going to get to know you before I do. That's my rule that I live by.
That's cool.
It saved me a lot of heartache, a lot of aggravation.
But I would say the opposite. I really haven't been heartache aggravated much.
That's because it's different. It's just like your body don't react to sugar and salt like mine. It's just different. My body reacts different to it.
Now,
so
I did have a situation.
I'm not going to throw myself in front of a situation I know I can't handle.
I did do something, one situation.
I won't do it.
Like, I was supervisor, and we had this little training class come in. I don't know how in the heck this happened to me, but I talked 2 girls out of the training class. Okay, that's not the bad part. That is not the bad part. You
slept with them too?
Yeah. But so this is the bad part. So they went to Valdosta State University, and they had built some dorms, or these little apartment dorms. So I was like, it was a huge complex. Tell me why they stayed right across the hall from each other. Like, I was going to visit one when they first moved in, and I saw the other one. I was like, oh, shoot. I done got down in the car. Man, I looked up there. I was like, oh, my gosh.
That's crazy.
They didn't like each other in training, and they stayed right across the hall.
That's crazy.
And one night I went to the other one's house. And like, left one. What's up? They knew about it. Both of them had boyfriends, so they couldn't be mad at me. Damn. That's what I was like, hey, y'all got boyfriends. I'm the side dude. Okay, you mad? Hey, what's up? Crazy situation, man. My homeboy now, he was like, dude,
how in the hell?
I used to get in some situations. They was always fun, though.
That sounds like some wild shit in their damn self. Because before you said they didn't like each other, I was about to say, well, damn, if they lived across the hall from each other, they probably, hey, let's go to this job, let's go. But nah, they were completely on 2 different wavelengths. That's crazy as shit.
And when you said that, I was like, I bet this nigga looking at the peephole every time. And the other girl was like, let's go somewhere. All right, we can leave out.
Man, I don't know how it was like.
How'd you dodge them?
I didn't.
Yeah, you just said they had boyfriends, so it didn't matter.
I was like,
you was the good side nigga.
All right, I was like,
that's the best.
So you can't get mad at me and you cheating on your dude. Like, I ain't got no girlfriend.
I ain't cheating on nobody.
I ain't cheating on nobody.
I'm fucking.
All I'm doing is. Oh, he messed up? What you want to do? I was that guy. I was like, hey, look, I play my role, man.
And that's what we need
role?
in this world is a lot more role players. Everybody try to be chiefs in this motherfucker. Know your role, like The Rock said. Shut your mouth and just do what you're supposed to do.
Everybody wants somebody else's role, man.
And they can't even handle it.
I mean, because
like you want to be the head coach, like you want to be the head coach, but you a position coach the fucking running backs.
No, I know my position.
Look, man,
coach 3-point shooters.
I feel like
fix this
I
nigga
know
shot.
how to have a healthy relationship. Like I'm a very
well, it's
person.
coming. I think it's coming.
I ain't worried about it. That's the thing. Like
exactly.
I'm to the point now
It was
to where
coming too. I done seen a vision. For
it's like, look, man.
You gotta wake up.
If you ain't, I really don't see me talking to somebody that's not trying to live a disconnected type lifestyle.
What's
what
that?
I mean by that is you have self-care routines. You ain't always connected to a phone or something. You know how to get out, walk. You into nature. Like it's gonna be some. I mean, because that's what I do. That's what I enjoy doing. Like, you know, I go walk Tampa. I go to the gym and stuff like that. So, you know, I would assume, or I would say I would probably meet somebody, you know, in that same little area, that type thing. Because, I just don't see it being, I could be completely wrong. Like, you never know.
Yeah, you never know, man.
I just don't see. I don't go nowhere right now.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the only reason. Like, I know if I wanted to be in a relationship, I know I can be anyone. Because I see all of these other cats, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know I can be in a relationship. But it's I done got this far without certain baggage, kids, and I ain't trying to be 41 and have a slip up. Be like, oh man.
Yeah.
At 41, I could do this at 18. Like, I mean, I don't know which one's better, if one is. But, you know, that type of thing. But, I mean, I just don't understand how Lotto would have got it. It's like, hey, why were you even trying to? I don't understand these young kids anyway, man. I just don't understand.
Do it for the gram.
I mean, that's really what it's for. Like, half of it is, I was like, man, like,
If I why you fucked up in the head if you do a relationship for the gram. Just like they be like, this a relationship. I hate when they pull a like a picture of a couple and put their shit on Instagram like relationship goals. Nigga, you don't even know what that picture got in it.
No, it ain't not only that, is you see these profiles with all of these beautiful his and her pictures. As soon as they break up, you go back to that profile.
All gone.
Like, you was busy because it was about 200 pictures of y'all on here.
I swear I was looking at that this morning. I said, damn, wait a minute.
And then they got this whole
what's the name?
Where this nigga go?
You can tell they going through something because they done wrote their little message up there.
Yeah, that strength message.
They done can't stand with people. I mean, I'm like, okay, so you telling everybody what's happening in your own life. I get it. You know. Feeling certain.
Them subliminals.
This should be crazy though.
I always hit up my friends. I was like, get out your emotions when I see it. Shut up. I was like, see how easy that was? I was like, y'all,
Subliminals, man.
they don't. And people misunderstand the saying, play chess, not checkers. I was like, I heard somebody just say a dumb analogy. I was like, that's not what it means. I was like, chess, to win at chess, you have to be 3 moves ahead. It ain't saying people are your pawns. It's not saying play you the king and you moving everybody around. No, it's saying the object of the game is to be ahead of your opponent.
Chess,
which is knowing. I mean,
chess is reactionary.
It's both. It's like you have to understand the roles of everybody involved in order to be 3 to 4 steps
checkers,
ahead. Like you need to know.
Checkers is reactionary.
Understand the game.
Chess is visionary. You got to have vision to play chess. Checkers, if I see a red one in front of me, well, Jumping. I'm gonna jump you
Now,
back. Yep,
the
I'm
best
jump you
checker
again. Boom.
players, guess what? Knows how to play chess because they put that red piece right there because your dumb butt
gonna jump it.
And then I'm about to take 3 yours.
Yeah,
Because it was a mistake of you being reactionary. It's all about
Exactly.
reaction. If you reacting without thinking, like being reactionary is sometimes just how people go about life. Like I always equate it to Kyrie Irving dribbling basketball. The reason why he's good at it is because he's not dodging the man in front of him. He's thinking about the man that's behind him that's finna close in and do the double team. A nigga who just reactionary, you gonna make that first one miss, but you ain't gonna know where you going with the ball after that. You ain't think ahead.
I'll be honest, man. I don't know how you can dribble without thinking like. Well,
Easy, because you just looking
I know
in front
people
of
do
you.
it. I was like, even when I played football, I was like, the person closest to me was already shook. I was like, you ain't tackling me. You coming at me, but you shook. I'm looking at, after I shake you, which way do I need to go? Like,
do I need to juke? Do I need to spin? Do I need to stiff on this
way?
nigga?
Because Buddy coming at this, and that's gonna put me in. Now I got the other. Like it's. Doom, doom, doom. Ooh, I used to love it. Got you. But yeah, I mean, it's the closest person is. I was like, you already beat.
Yeah, you gotta think ahead. Yeah,
you only close because you're the setup.
Yeah.
I just man, that's but see relationships, man. See you in one, man. Like that's
I am. I'm in one this year.
This is a wonderful thing, man.
I can say the years. Yeah, the years that I had one.
Yeah.
I liked it too. But I like this more. It's just because this is a different feeling for me because she do got kids. Her kids are cool as hell too. So it's like, I'm living this life that I ain't get to live beforehand. You know, I got kids. It's chill. I'm making jokes with their asses. They cool as shit. And it's just like, it's a different feeling. But I mean, it ain't been like, because the way I'm set up, I made it difficult a little bit, but I wouldn't do it no other way. I gotta get to know you. I just do, and that cost me a lot of arguments and shit. But it is what it is. I mean,
see, and that's like I learned from my last one.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't on my level of arguing,
yeah.
I shut down.
Yeah,
like
I mean that's a method. It is.
It's one of those like.
I think arguing is healthy though. Not the fight. Fighting is not healthy. Well, okay, yeah, change arguing to debating. Yeah. I get that, but like fighting is not healthy at all. Like I had to learn that, and I remember I used to think, you know, you fight for what you love, and that in my head that causes you to try hard when you don't have to, because you shouldn't. But if it's something that you love, I'll debate you over it, but I'm not gonna get to the point where shit we arguing till we hoarse and
see. My thing about arguing was always is like I never wanted to argue
a hole
about,
in the wall. I done did that a couple times.
I never wanted to argue about anybody not in the relationship. Like as long as it's something that we doing, that's one thing. But if we arguing about, oh, where you at? You doing this? I was like, that's not healthy. I
think we all got the energy to change. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really want to, like if I'm debating with you and you know that there's something like I'm like, come on, man, we ain't even gotta argue over this. This is the way that has to be to move forward, and let's just move forward. Like I'm not gonna sit here and keep arguing back and forth with you. Like she'll know it now. Like I don't do that. Like I can't, because I hated that side of me in my previous one, and I'm just like I'm not. If I know it ain't worth it, like. Sometimes when people be in relationships, they feel like it's an ego thing. It's like, damn, she ain't gonna always be right, or he ain't gonna always be right. They're gonna have to let me be right once upon a time. No, it's just, nigga, even if you agree to disagree, nigga, just let the shit go. Cause at the end of the day, it ain't that bad. Like, I be feeling like sometimes people argue over shit that just ain't worth it.
So what's something bad you argue about in a relationship? What's something you bad?
It's something that I'll argue about bad. First of all, disrespect. I'm not gonna argue about it, but I will be heated when I talk about it if you disrespect me. So you gonna hear a little elevation because I feel disrespected. But that could be rectified. Like, to me, there is no real need to argue. Debate, maybe, because we got two different perspectives on a subject. But arguing, which means there's anger behind it, and there's no reason for all that, because you shouldn't disrespect each other. One,
I mean, I always felt like I'm pretty flexible.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know it's things that I do, you know, because I stayed alone, that I didn't realize I did, and I didn't know I needed to change until you get with that person and you're like, okay, this I can change. You know, this is just a habit that I had because I didn't have somebody to say, hey, don't do that. I'm like, if it's something you... Now, at the same time, if it's petty and you want me to change, get over it. That's not changing. That's stupid.
Yeah.
I'm not changing.
I think...
That's a preference of how you like... No.
I think if it comes to you being who you are, I'm not changing nothing like that. But
and a lot of times you recognize that real quick, and it's like, you can decipher the two. Okay, yeah, this is genuine. This is petty. And get the fuck away from me with this petty shit.
Yeah, and I agree with what you said too. Like, sometimes it be that. Like, I knew this time around I didn't want to do that. Like, I remember my first one. It was arguments a lot.
I'm not
The first one, but this one, it's different. It's like, man, you know, I tell her all the time, I say, oh, babe, I work through anything if you really want to. If it ain't no petty shit where we just throwing knives at each other, throwing these words that hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk whatever it is to talk. Because conversation and communication is everything. Half the time, you will take out on somebody something that they didn't have anything to do with how you feel. It's just they're the ones there in front of you at that moment, so they get it. They get all that pent up frustration, or they get that. And they ain't even have shit to do with it. Sometimes it's just communications. Like, if you hurt your girl, right? Or say your girl her feelings got hurt about something you said, and she chooses to shut down and don't say nothing. But you see her body language. You the body language man. You know when somebody upset and they change. She's sitting there. Whole mood of the room changes. And it's just like, we ain't even gotta be here. Be at this moment. Like, you know, what's wrong? Let's talk about it. I'm pretty sure if you tell, if she come to you and say, well, babe, look, that bothered me a little bit. I'm pretty sure you can explain, like, I did say that, but I'm not saying it wasn't meant that way.
I'm sugar daddy. I'm gonna be a sugar daddy.
Why? It's communication, bro.
I mean, like some of that stuff, man, I just had flashbacks. I was like,
it ain't flashbacks. You can change it.
It ain't. No, it
can be different.
That's the thing. It's something that nobody should have to change. It's just
no. Because that's saying everything that come out of your mouth is said right at the right time.
I'm not saying basically what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, if you have a situation to where, like, okay, you know what my personality is. I'm laid back, right? And if you always wound up, you getting mad at me because I'm not getting wound up. Guess what? That's not going to change. So stop getting mad about it. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to give you the reaction.
Well, I give you that. Yeah,
you know
I understand
like,
that.
I was like, so to keep bringing that up in a conversation, I'm going to throw a pillow at you. I really want to throw something. I'm like...
I understand that.
But I get it.
So case in point, like, so we both worked at the same job, right? So with customer service, I learned to keep my emotions in check. I don't show facial. I'm like, you can't tell what type mood I am. You know why? Because I'm gonna match the same energy you give me. So if I can stay even keel, I'm able to switch back and forth. So it's like, if I've been doing this for so long, you actually think you're gonna be able? Why are you even trying to change that? Like, what in your mind makes you think that, hey, this about you needs to change? Why do you want to change that? That's what I want to know. Why do I have to do it the same way you want it done? I was like,
how is that going to benefit us in this relationship?
Why does that even matter? What anger is this causing you that I'm sitting over here and I can control my emotions and you can't? Are you mad because you can't do it? I can show you how. You want to know how? Shut up.
Real shit.
Okay, I get what you are saying, and I agree with it, but the delivery,
right? I mean, I know the delivery. So the delivery changes based on what number I've explained. If this is number 3, my 3rd time explaining this, you gonna get okay. Clearly, me
Shut
being
up.
nice.
Yeah.
It's gonna escalate. I'm like, hey, you poking the bear. You poking the bear, and you don't realize how big this bear is, because this bear is always calm, and you gon' flip at the first reaction, because it's gonna be it's 0 to 100. It ain't no in between. Like when it come out, it's out. This is what you wanted. It's like, hey, it's no in between, and sometimes you need to see that.
Sometimes they want to see it. Sometimes they poke it so they can see what they're working with, and I respect that too, because you finna get it.
And I'm like, hey, and if I can tell, see, I like the whole little mind control. I feel like I have a very good ability to read people. Read your personality, your feelings, like just based off how you react. Like I can say things, I'm like, okay, till that word gets a reaction, Then this is the little immature part. Still, I kind of use it to manipulate, and how to say certain things to get a certain reaction. Hey, maybe that's bad of me.
It is kind of bad. But I mean,
I will tell you.
At least you telling it up front.
I'll tell you up front. I was like, all right, that's gonna get you in trouble. What you mean? That's gonna get you in trouble. It's gonna get you in trouble because it's gonna come back on you. You're not consistent. I've seen you. You ain't consistent enough to keep this up.
Yeah.
Not gonna work. I'm just telling you bluntly. I'm not telling you like. Just telling you. How this is gonna play out, and it ain't about being right or wrong, but I'm guarantee you it's gonna play out my way.
See, that's how my mind works, and it don't.
It's not about. I'm like, you act like you ain't never wrong. Have I been?
Yeah, man.
Have I been wrong? I ain't saying I can't be wrong, but I haven't before. So can you? I'm 100% right now. So technically,
why the fuck are you mad?
I have always been right, and when I say that, ooh, that right there. See, you think when have I been wrong? So if I haven't been wrong,
see,
have I been right?
That'd be my problem because.
I'm gonna point it out. I'm gonna point it out and dig it in.
I probably won't even point it out. I don't even have to point it out.
No,
I don't even have to point it out.
Why do y'all want to do that?
No, I'm not saying I want to. I don't. I feel like I have a lot of my pops in me because I'm not gonna argue. I'm gonna say what the fuck I said, and then if you want to refute what I said, then I'm gonna say what I said again. And then when you refute what I said, I'm gonna say what I said again, probably a little bit louder, so you get some understanding. And by the 3rd time, you should have the repetition should set into your brain like, okay, this nigga's not coming up off of this.
You can't say that. I'll be on say this in the middle of your argument to the girl though.
Say what?
Like, girl, I done repeated this 3 times, so the repetition of this in your head should be getting through to you.
I hope I don't have to ever say that.
It depends on.
Because if you're not getting it, then I'm gonna have to put it out the frame.
Like, look, man, sometimes
like if I'm telling a kid, like,
debate,
look, don't do this. They do it. Don't do this. All right, look, I done told you 3 times. Don't do this.
It gotta be some.
You can't treat them like a kid.
If you act like one, you'll be treated with
As such.
will be repelled. It will come back.
And I don't like to argue either. I call it sparring anyway.
I don't think a lot of people like to argue with me anyway because I'm a. I'm gonna mess with your mind, and as soon as you, okay, because again, I don't. All I do is sit back and observe all your emotions, actions around how you, boom, and as soon as you contradict yourself, you remember this conversation right here.
Yep. And they do not like me for that shit. I have the great ability to Kevin Samuel the fuck out your ass.
It's one of those
like I can keep up with what you saying, and then as soon as it don't line up with something, okay, so this is this, and you mean this. No, that's not what I'm saying. So what are you saying? So now you got to restate all the shit that you done already said to make it make sense to me.
First time. Well, I was like, see,
this is what you said.
You are throwing words out and not knowing what you want to say.
I hope these discussions y'all having with y'all women be over something worth it.
Huh?
It's gonna have to be.
Because
I ain't arguing over no petty shit.
So this, hey, look, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you.
Unless I'm
small,
sparring.
big, small turns into big to me. So the smallest thing. Smallest thing.
This nigga
be big.
Yeah.
So if I don't cut that, I'll be like, nope, nah. If I'm teaching you how to shoot a basketball,
no, hold on. I ain't saying you don't.
Your hand position wrong. Guess what I'm gonna do every time? Hand position wrong. Ball touching your palm. Whatever this proper form is, I am going to point it out every time.
Okay,
the reason for that is like, look, it's gonna become muscle memory.
I get it, but it's like I'm not saying you don't point out what's wrong. The depths of where this will go.
To go wherever it need to go.
Oh shit!
Hell yeah!
This nigga
it's like gangrene. You gotta cut. Sometimes you gotta cut the hand to say the thumb. Cut the thumb to say the hand.
If you ain't got a specific, I was like, look, man.
Shit.
And like I said, most of the time, I don't even be. I notice. Just because I notice don't mean I'm gonna say nothing. I mean, because I'm gonna let you be yourself. I like to see who your true self is, and that's cool. I'm adjusting to that. I was like, I see who your true self is. I know you're going to have an attitude on certain days. I already know this. I'm going to just turn this game on. And then if you come in here interrupting my peace, that's why I'll be like, hey, you having a bad day. I'm not. That's why I'm in here. You got bad energy? That's fine. You need to go take care of it. Whatever you need to do, I had nothing to do with it. So therefore, you should not be. No.
Don't project that shit on me.
We can talk about. I'm here to talk. But if I ask you, hey, what's wrong? Nothing. All right. Hey, what's wrong? Nothing. All right. So you just gonna watch the game? Yes. That's what I'm gonna do because you're being like a child. I've asked you twice. What is wrong with you? Letting you know that, hey, if you need to vent, you can vent. If you want me to respond, let me know. I'll respond. Because most of the time, I'm just trying to see how you feel. I'm not trying to respond and be like, oh, well, you should do this. I'm not trying to be your parent. What's going on? Get it out. You know why I'm asking that? Because I have to vent too. So I know what talking and venting is going to let it out. But if you always going to act like that, I was like, you're going to have a hard time because I can be sarcastic. And trust me,
you don't want
will
that.
Not get me in a mood that I do not want to get in, as I can block it all out. Just, okay. And guess what? I know I can change my voice tone because you're trying to aggravate me now. So I know if I say this a certain way, it's going to get at you a little bit more. So I'm going to throw a little gas on the fire. I'm going to get you to talk. You're going to blow up. And, hey, I'm just saying, man. It's easy. Do it. You just read people.
He's a joker in relationships.
And clearly, I'm not in one.
He's a joker in relationships.
And then the nigga hit you with the joker laugh too.
I was like,
That's
man,
real shit. I mean,
just really feel like it's not. I don't think relationships are hard at all.
Relationships, we make everything. First of all, human beings make everything hard.
Because they want you selfish.
Yeah.
Why you like, well, when I'm by myself, a key word, when you by yourself, you are not by yourself right now. It's two people in here and we got to learn how to be in this room together. So if I want pass gas loud.
nigga, that was the same shit finna come out my mouth.
Guess what's going to happen?
Nigga.
I was just about to say that
If you don't like it, you know what? I got to do better. I can get that. I can get up and go. I'm going to change. But sometimes, hey, I'm 41.
First of all, I ain't gonna lie to nobody. I ain't never found a way to stop yourself from passing gas or holding it just to make it to the bathroom. I might could find a way to make it not less loud, but it's coming and it's gonna have a smell. But I don't know how to. I've always wondered: has anybody actually followed that advice and get up to go to the bathroom just to poop?
No, I was like, look, it's not that serious. It's not that serious, man. I know what shit smell like. It stink.
Unless I know I'm really finna kill your motherfucking ass, I might.
You can tell too because there's a little bird in there.
I might not go to the. I'm gonna walk over here on this area of the room.
I don't even know if this is a fart right now. So I'm gonna go in here just to be in case because I ain't trying to be embarrassed.
Yeah,
be done sharted in here. Like,
I really ain't trying to. Yeah, I'm not trying to kill you for real.
I'm just saying, man.
And I definitely don't want to do that.
You got that?
You know what I'm saying?
But short in front of your damn girl.
Hey, and you be over here sweating.
Yeah,
like,
sweat like hell. I done did that one time.
But she stick around after that, you know.
I went with my girl to her family house, and I tried to get out because I don't know. I think I ate a burger or something with onions on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we over there chilling at her family's house. I'm cool with them and all. I felt my stomach. I said, oh my God. I can't go to the bathroom in their house. Because I remember what I did to your house. And I wasn't doing
fuck for that.
I wasn't doing it. So then I was like, I wonder is the Walgreens open. I need something for my stomach. I about to go blow up a damn grocery store bathroom. Tear them up. But then my girl gonna go, no, you ain't gotta do that. Hey, y'all got Tums. I was like, shit. Motherfucker. I was like, I just gave up. I said, look, I gotta go.
Look, I gotta go. Most of the time, that's how you know if I'm comfortable, because I can go at your house. Most of the time, my stomach be like, nah,
this ain't the time.
And then when you get about 30 seconds away from your door,
it is.
Oh, where this come from? Yeah.
Oh man,
shit.
That's bad. Funny. Man, that's what's up, man. Shit. Yeah, that was a good one today, man.
Shit, man.
Always, man.
Always. Yeah. Appreciate y'all coming out. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, checking us out. You know what I'm saying? If you've been here from day one, or you just popped up randomly, somebody done threw you the card, you know what I'm saying, or sent you the link or whatever. Appreciate you joining us. Make sure you check us out every Monday, 4:00. All platforms, wherever you get your podcasts at, Google, iTunes, Spotify, wherever. Overcast. I'm trying to think of all the joints, man. There's so many of them now. Yeah, Anchor. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you get your podcasts.
Cases too.
Wherever you at, make sure you check us out. Whenever you're ready, let me know so you can slide through.
Good.
Peace.